What's happening, everybody? Pastor Jerone here. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. The NBA players are hypocrites. Hypocrites. Spoiled little crybaby hypocrites. They struck for one day. And when they realized it was going to hurt their money, they came back and declared that they had the leverage over the NBA. I heard Jalen Rose, this guy is such a Democrat. He was saying that the NBA players have the leverage because they're the product. They're the product, and you can't replace that product. What you mean? Man, there's players around the world that'll be glad to come here and play in the NBA. And you know what? Because these players have rejected America, we'll watch anybody play. And we'll go out and support them and buy their jerseys and everything and let y'all sit on the sideline and go broke. No, but they was talking about they're doing all this stuff for social justice. Don't lie, man. This is nothing. You're doing this stuff because of politics. You're doing this stuff because you think that you're going to topple and overthrow Donald Trump. You think you're going to get Donald Trump to lose. Listen, so they're trying to get this for social justice, right? Social justice. They're crying about Breonna Taylor, who was pushing drugs and in the house with a boyfriend who was a drug dealer. And when the police came and raided the home, that stupid dummy began firing shots at the police officer, hit one of the police, and then the police started firing back. Whether she was in her room or not, that was her boyfriend's fault for starting to shoot and fire on the police. What do you think the police gonna do? Breonna Taylor. And all these guys, these talking heads, these black talking heads on ESPN talking about how proud they are of the players. They're proud. Oh, we're just proud. You guys are pro-black life, right? You're pro-black life and you're doing this for social justice. Then why are y'all talking about politics? Why are the NBA players asking the owners to make 30 NBA stadiums, to make 30 of those stadiums or arenas polling places for voting? And listen, don't most of those stadiums and arenas aren't they owned by the public? They don't have a say-so into what's going on in there. So you're going to make them polling places for black voters who are disenfranchised because so-called white folks won't let them vote. This is the craziest, dumbest thing I've ever seen. And when you have leverage with the NBA owners, which y'all don't call them owners anymore, y'all call them governors, because that word owner reminds you of slavery. It just makes you go crazy. It triggers you because you were enslaved. You experienced slavery, and so that it triggers you, so it makes you just go crazy. You can't take the word owner. Oh no. But the businesses that you own, do you call yourself owner or governor? So look, they use their leverage to get polling places, to make 30 arenas around America, polling places for people to go out and vote. And I guarantee you, they're going to have music, they're going to have rock bands, rap groups, the NBA players come out and vote and meet an NBA player and all that kind of stuff. It's still not going to win. You're not going to beat Donald Trump. You're still going to lose. So if it's about black lives, why didn't you use your leverage for better conditions in the inner city? Huh? You're talking about black lives, right? Why did you go straight to politics? What has this got to do with voting? What does this have to do with black people being disenfranchised with setting up polling places for votes? Why not talk to them about the violence in the inner city? And what about getting housing for those people that's in those projects and in those little apartments where there's violence? What about developing a housing program for them? For it's zero down, and even if you have bad credit under 600, we have a program for you to get your own house and get out of the inner city. We have a program that's going to get you a job that's paying more than $15 an hour. Where's the stuff like that? Where's the stuff like kids getting out of those public schools with a poor education and getting them into those chartered schools and getting transportation for them to get there and back? See, that's when you know that this is nothing but politics, because you're setting up places for them to go vote. That's the first thing you wanted to do when you talked about a black life and using your NBA leverage. You guys are nothing but sad, pathetic Democrats and hypocrites. So no, Donald Trump tried to sit down with the NFL players. Donald Trump tried to sit down with anybody who would come. He said, hey, listen, I understand how you feel about social injustice, and I want you to bring some people to me. Come to the White House, sit down with me, and give me a list of people that you feel like that have been treated unjustly. Give me a list of their names, and let me look over their profile, and I'll do my best to be fair and get them out. Not one of them, not one, went and sat down with President Donald Trump. Because this is politics. This is not about black life. These NBA players, you think they care about black folks? Honestly, you think they care about black folks? This is about them being shields for the Democrat Party. And now the NBA and the NFL have come now an extension of the media and the Democrats as a part of the Democrat Party. And they are sweeping the nation. They got the airlines. You remember when the airlines was bringing these illegals in and flying them for free to different places to disperse them throughout the United States. And they was doing it for free. But yet they were charging you and me, the U.S. citizens, extra money for our tickets. And the banks and all these different things are on board with the Democrats. See? They're making everything political. And these NBA players, they can put on their I can't breathe shirts and bow their heads and all that kind of stuff. That's nothing but a show. Until you go in these inner cities and stop the killings and start paying for some of these funerals and using your clout and power and money to stop the violence, none of this stuff means nothing. It's all political. And look, when you do all of this little effort and all of this crying and bowing and scraping and setting up for voting for Democrats, you're still going to lose. You're going to lose. So get ready for 4 more years of pathetic Democrat misery, because Donald Trump is going to win. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Please leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe.